Welcome back to Vegas Live. I'm Ninon. Of course, we're down at the Peppermill, Las Vegas Boulevard. It's amazing down here. If you haven't been down here, come on down. And if you come down actually on a Tuesday between 2 and 4, you maybe get interviewed. You never know. You might get lucky or unlucky. I don't know. I think it's lucky.
Lucky.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Absolutely amazing, amazing. And Jeff Reylee.
Yes.
I was reading your bio, and there was one thing that stood out, and it's completely nothing to do with music. You're a golf teacher.
Absolutely.
And I was reading this, and I thought, a golf teacher? But then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Most people, it seems, in the music business, they always have something else.
That's exactly right.
They always, and I was looking at that, well, that was not so unusual, but being a golf teacher, I thought that was unusual. But I thought I was fascinated by that, because I thought, you know, because you're in you know, these loud places and this loud music and all this stuff, and then you're quietly playing golf.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's the backup plan.
Is that the back? Now, why do we all have to have a backup plan in the music business? Because a lot of people do.
Well, the music business, it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down. And it's also just another passion. You know, the artist has multiple passions sometimes. So I just started pursuing that. And so it's a side thing.
It's a side thing, but you do it in Vegas. Where do you do it in Vegas?
I have a little golf parlor. It's actually not very far away from here, actually.
Really?
And so I do two things in the golf parlor. I've got one side is the golf training area.
Yes.
And the other side, I make skateboards. I make
skateboards as well.
handcrafted skateboards right out of my
This guy is
shop.
talented.
So, you know, there's always something to work on that way.
Now, skateboards, I thought skateboards were kind of a past thing in the past.
Oh,
but
no, they're just as popular as ever.
Just as popular as ever. Do they, skateboards now, do they have motors on them now?
Sure.
I haven't seen one, but I was thinking what a great idea that would be to have a motor on it. So you've got your own kind of little two-wheeler on one foot.
Yeah, they'll be flying soon, I think.
What do you mean? Oh, I'll be flying soon. Are you going to play us a song?
I'd love to.
What are you going to play?
Well, I'm going to do one called Mountain Man.
Now, don't forget, I've never had this guy play. Never had you play, so
I'm going to play the
in for a
Mountain
treat.
Man.
Okay.
I had one of those music studios. I overlooked the mountains, and I'm really into the outdoors.
You overlook the mountains where?
It was in California.
California.
Before I came out here. I was looking out at the mountains, and I was imagining this mountain man living out there. So
You imagine you living out there.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah?
So I wrote
You went into your fantasy world. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Well, you came here for the rivers and the cool mountain air, but I know you won't stick around. I know that you won't stay. You came up here to live a life you dreamt about for years, but you'll be gone before the springtime falls. But this is where I live, and I am free. Up here in the wilderness is where I wanna be. I'm a mountain man, and I'll live alone, just below the timberline is where I call my home. I'm a mountain man, and this is where I'm free. Among the elk and evergreen is where I call my home. I'm what I am. I'm a mountain man. I'm what I am. I'm a mountain man.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you wrote that yourself?
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of writing yourself?
Yes, I do.
Mostly, all your songs?
I got it divided about 50-50 between cover songs and my own stuff. So
And so when you booked into wherever you're booked into, you roughly fill the audience of what they want. And
sure,
you're always... Actually, he mixes it up.
mix it up.
Mix it up, honey.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what made you go into the music business? I mean, everybody in the music business, they either start at 5 years old or they start very young. Your family? You?
Just a desire to do it, I guess. Sometimes I wonder if music just chose me. I don't know. It's a compelling thing.
I think it chose you.
I don't know. So
it gave you a voice.
yeah. See,
how do you find out that you have a voice for singing? How does one find that out?
Some people are just born with it, honestly.
Yeah.
And some people it develops. Mine had to develop over years.
So when you started singing, you obviously liked it, and so you persuaded yourself to sing better all the time. Or so you actually corrected yourself, or did you have singing lessons?
I did a little singing lessons. I was in choir a lot.
Well, that always helps. Everybody
singing is just fun. I mean, it's such an enjoyable expression. So.
So you play the guitar. Actually, I always feel that when you play the guitar, the singing kind of brings on its own. So when you learn to play the guitar and you did all whatever's going on here in your head of putting what's in your head to a guitar, bringing that out, and then the words just come.
Hopefully they just.
See, I'm trying
sometimes
to make
they do.
Trying to make it easy.
Yes. No, but they do. That's when it's nice, when it just happens.
It does happen. So now, how long have you been in Vegas?
10 years.
10 years, so not as long as a lot of people. Yeah. And how are you finding the change of 10 years ago and what it is now?
I guess, well, what I'm told is that the town is changing a lot, and it's just trying to figure out how it's changing.
Where it's going.
Where it's going, yeah. Like as a solo artist, a lot of guys and a lot of players are using accompaniment now. They've got samplers and loopers, and they're playing the tracks.
Yeah.
And I don't do a lot of that. But I'm told that's kind of where things are going, so I'm trying to do more of that now.
So do you bring all that stuff in your stuff electronically, or do you have to have a band, a drummer and a band and all that
It's
stuff?
all electronic.
It's all electronic, so it's just you with all the electronics around you, bringing in all these other instruments.
Yeah. So I'm learning to do more of that, but I still like just the organic one guy on the stage.
And where do you mostly play?
I'm a bar guy mostly.
A bar guy. Yeah. I figured that. I figured that that's where you would have your people, where a lot of people know who you are and what you are, and they love to come and see you.
Yep.
How's work in Vegas for you? Is it good?
It's on and it's off. Sometimes
everybody says the same
there's
thing.
There's good times. I have really good years, and then there's other years. It's just.
This is where the skateboards and the golf comes in.
Absolutely.
Because you still got to pay the rent, you still got to live, you still got to do all this stuff out there, right? So you've got to have like kind of got to have it, keep it going. Are you married?
Not anymore.
Oh dear, that's Vegas for you.
That's Vegas for you.
Staying married in Vegas, I think, is very tough. I was not married in Vegas. I was married in Los Angeles, which is just as tough, actually. Yeah, it's just as hard. I think it's hard anywhere being married, but keeping it together is a good thing. If you can.
Well, I'm married to this now.
This is yes. New wife. This is my new husband. Not you, the place. Just kidding. So what message would you like to give out then? I asked a question to all the people I interviewed, the younger generation of how they can get into the business and how they can sort of thrive in it, because so much competition in Vegas.
Wow. You know what I think is the younger generation probably has an advantage in that they're so in tune with social media now, computers and the internet. I'm always trying to keep up to that, and so they probably could teach me a thing or two about how to market. But musically, I'd say make sure they learn the classics, make sure they learn the oldies, the Beatles, the Stones, learn that stuff, because the vocabulary they're going to get musically from that is going to help perpetuate the new.
It all originated, isn't it? When Elvis Presley came in, the Beatles came in, the Stones came in, all these different bands came in and brought in a whole new arena to the world. And it was totally different to the Glenn Miller.
Sure, absolutely.
Glenn Miller, the band and all the lights. Remember the ball? Well, I should not say remember the ball, should I? That's a dead giveaway. I hate to say that. I was knee high. I was this high. And my mother told me about it. No, but that was the old music, which was also very beautiful. But when there's they changed the whole thing. Especially Elvis.
Especially.
Yeah, he changed it. He was
pretty much invented rock and roll. He was one of the inventors.
He was, yeah, he was, definitely was, and he didn't have. even though he had a lot of people telling him that it was bad what he was doing, he shouldn't be doing this, and remember he had a lot of stuff, Ed Sullivan show he was on and all this stuff, and he still pursued what he was doing. He did not stop, he did not listen to them, he still went out there and did his thing.
Yeah. That's the example that you give, you know, pursue it. If it's in you, do it.
If it's in you, do it. What a great thing that would be. Absolutely amazing. Well, Jeff, you have been amazing. Where can we see you? Anything in the small bars and the small places?
Well,
or anything coming up?
Currently, I'm Friday nights I run an open mic.
Open mic where?
Mulligan's Landing.
Mulligan's Landing. Open night. Open mic. So you can go there. I don't know if you know what an open mic is, but we've got John Voodoo Stick coming up, and he's going to explain what open mic is. I'm familiar. A lot of new people come up and do that thing. Is it great?
It's a great experience. All the different musicians and the networking and the jamming and all the different.
And everybody's out there to listen to new people. Mm-hmm. So this is where all you young people and all you new people go to these open mics, find out where they are, and John is going to tell us where they are. Anyway, thanks so much for coming on. It's been amazing. Good luck with the golf. I love that golf thing. I think it's amazing. Go swing it. We'll be back.